owned an illegal business, but I had never owned anything legit. What taxes, tax IDs? What is this? But it's okay because I grew that business to about 1 or 2 million in sales, and I sold it for a ridiculous price and made money. But I failed forward in that business. I was learning all kinds of nonsense that I wasn't aware of when I owned that business. So I really do understand that you're going to tumble, you're going to fall, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to walk through coals of hell if you're an entrepreneur. But on the other side of this, it's beautiful. Nothing measures up to success. Like when you really have success at something that you love to do, I can't even describe the euphoria that's around my every day. Like every day, I'm only involved with things that I want to do. I don't wake up in the morning like, oh, I got to deal with my boss. I am the boss. My whole plate I just did a deal with Marco's Pizza. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them.
Yeah.
We're going to do a 3-unit deal down here in Virginia. I wake up loving that. I own this commercial cleaning company I'm in. I love this. I'm a real estate developer. I was just literally looking at one of the buildings that we're building, and I was so excited because they're finally putting the siding on the building. I know it's weird, but yeah, I'm elated. Like I'm looking at my kid being born because they're putting up the gray siding, my name going on the building. Like it pumps you up because I have total control over my life. Like nobody else controls this but me. And there's a certain level of just gratification that comes along with that. But yeah, like I said, like what I started this with, I just don't have a lot of tolerance for people that don't really look at their circumstances and go, how did I get here? Because I know that's what I did when I was sitting there behind that glass, right? I was like, why the fuck am I here? Like, why? I got great mom. I live in a decent neighborhood. I got education under my belt now. Like, why am I still in this repetitive circle of negativity? And why am I locked up around a bunch of criminals? I had to literally sit down and go, because this is what you did, Marcel. I had to go, yeah, your ass served so, and now they went and snitched on you, and you're in this position because you were selling drugs, right? I had to really go, this is why I'm here. If you can't do that, then you shouldn't be mad if you find yourself in that same repetitive situation for years and years and years, dealing with the same people that's holding you back. If you don't change something, you can't expect to grow and evolve. It makes no sense.
You talk about this in your book, about this idea, like, this dichotomy of, you come in for an interview, right? If I knew you 30 years ago and I'm like, here's this guy, super motivated, super articulate, business degree. This is the guy I want to hire. Oh, and by the way, he's got 4 incarcerations for dealing drugs. Who was it early on in your life that gave you that shot to be like, I'll overlook the left hand over here because I see some promise in this young man on the right hand over here. But it's like, that couldn't have been easy to get a shot back then with the criminal record you had, right? Like, what were the first couple steps to becoming independent, getting a real job, getting your life straight?
Wow, that's a great question, actually, Scott. And I know people say that, but honestly, nobody's ever asked me that. And you just made me think about my guy's name was Stephen Leacock. And I hope Steve sees this one day, because Steve was a general manager at a commercial cleaning company, and I own a commercial cleaning company now. And he literally gave me a shot and was like, look, Marcel, just don't get any complaints. And I know janitorial, it was a janitorial position, but it was the first job I actually had where I was like, okay, I'm going to do a good job here. And it humbled me to an extent that always sticks with me today, because people in our society always look at levels, and janitors to people are at the bottom of the totem pole. And I noticed how certain people treated me and how others treated me. And I was like, no matter what happens to me in life, I'm never going to treat people like any other I'm always going to meet people on their level. I don't care who you are. If you in here, you trying to feed your family, you trying to make money, man, you could be my friend. So, like, it taught me that, it humbled me, because remember, I was coming from kingpin status. I could get into any club I wanted. I was driving Mercedes, BMWs, name the car, I had it. I was wearing ridiculous jewelry, walking around with thousands and thousands in my pocket. And here I am now with a vacuum on my back. That's what it is. God, that's what God does, though, man. He'll humble you up to let you know, like, it's gonna be bigger things down the road for you, but how do you handle this situation now? And I know for a fact that's one reason why my personality is like it is now. Like, I'm totally always down for the underdog. Rocky was my movie when I was a kid. Like, I could watch that movie 1,000 times. And anytime I come across it, I watch it, because I've always understood, like, people are not gonna always see your talent. They're not going to believe your dreams, and they're not going to understand what you're trying to do. That's on you. It got to be inside. If it's inside you, you can make it happen. But if you're worried about what everybody else thinks, I love my Aunt Naomi to death, man. And when I graduated from college and I was in a good space and I was talking about starting my own business, she was like, Marcel, what'd you get all those degrees for if you're going to try to start your own business? And she's one of my favorite people on the planet. But she just didn't understand what I was trying to do because it was my thoughts, my dreams, what I wanted to do. And that's what I try to mentor these kids about. Follow whatever that is poking at you on an ongoing basis. Whatever you do, what you love, if you love it, please try your best to do it. Try, even if it's going to be your side hustle, just try because that's your God-given talent. That's your angels telling you, listen, this is your skill set. Utilize it because I really believe one pillar of wealth is if you're really doing something that you care about and you love, you're going to have passion for it. And when you have passion for something, you'll always go above and beyond because you love it. Like, it's not work. It's like, this is what you want to do. My daughter Jordan is incredibly talented. And I'm like, but she's always loved to draw when she was a kid. And her mom's a physician, and you see me. So we looking at, she told me one day, I want to own a tattoo. She said, I want to do tattoos, Dad. I was like, you can own a shop and it could be your side hustle. I said, I got you on that. Like, that could be your side hustle getting through college. Like, we'll buy you a spot. We're going to start tatting people up. And you can't get too many tats now. I'll get you do one on your stomach somewhere where nobody can see it. But I'm like, if you want to own a shop, I got you. And that's my point. Like, my kids, I try to filter them towards the things that they love to do because I know what that can produce. Too many people, especially when I was in that 9-to-5 world, oh man, they were miserable.
Yeah.
They hated their boss. They hated coming to work. It was just a bad environment when I look back on it. And that's the reason why I didn't last in that 9-to-5 world, right? Because I could never get to work on time. My boss used to talk to me and I'd just be like, why am I even listening to this person? I just could not acclimate to that box. So it was like that. And again, I know who I am. But yeah, I try to tell people that all the time. Please, man, just think about this thing called life. You know how fast it goes, Scott. It goes too fast. At 52, I can remember a lot back then. And knowing that I have less in front of me than I have behind me, yeah, man, I'm motivated every day.